All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Here's Mayfield. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Pull it together. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch pistol.
Mayfield to throw it. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Hurry. Hurry. Mike is 59.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Good. 180. Check 45. Hey, alert. Hit the whip. Watch the whip. Hey, Haywood! Real.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Toss play, Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Good. 180. Check. No. Here we go, D. It's just me and you.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Mayfield, he may try and run for this. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Mayfield on play action. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up. Mine's 59. Mine's 59. Exit.
Play fake. Mayfield. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down.
Mike, check.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On 2nd down and 4, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The kick by Lutz is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Cut. 56. Gotta go.
Ryan. Stocker's got it. Complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Space. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the shotgun, Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta's 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
59, ready. Check 56. Stop your whining. Let him go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A quick throw here out to Cobb. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Come to my world. We want to attack.
Ryan will throw again. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
I'm going to run you over.
Here's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Ito Smith, his first carry, and 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done, because at worst-case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead, now, they're not close to the 1st down.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, alert 33.
From the gun, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Tack McKinley has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Run. Under 10.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
20. 56. Mike's 56. I got you, pump. Alert 3. Gun.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
20. Mike is 15 up. What we got? Real.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Point it right.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield over the middle, complete. It's Murray. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Mayfield looks to throw. Well, that'll be caught by Cup. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield on the move to his left. It's caught, Smith. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Watch twist.
Freeman again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Check.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
20. 56 is the mic. Hey, my 7. 56. Mike, 56. Right there.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. He'll rifle this one. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Randall Cobb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, they snap it to Mayfield. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. Draw Corker. Kill, kill, kill. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Back, back.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Hey, Rick Lance. X3, 218, chopper.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check. Hey, express. 39. Hey, Foxtrot.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Ready, 280. 56, check 56. Here we go, 51. 56. Mike's 56. I got him. Ready to go.
3rd and 2. Now Ryan. got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First down and goal to go.
Stop! Ready! 5:25! 5:25!
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. As his guys are in for 6. And the Falcons push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
First down, Saints.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll buy some time right.
Mayfield on the keeper. Thrown away and incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's Mayfield. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The Saints on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Mayfield now. Eluding the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tack McKinley has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
59, small. Check, 59.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And this is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
At the 31-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Tuesday. Check 9. 58.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Freeman. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Ready, blue 80, blue 80. Mike 27, I got you, I got you. Line 25 tonight. From 7 to Mike. Rapid. Line 25 tonight.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
180.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got time right. We got 4.
Mayfield. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaching, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Regular. I got you.
3rd and long for Mayfield. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check 2, ready, set. Hey, check 2. Ready, set.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
54, south. 56, hey, orbit. Check 56. Okay, double up.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. He can't get him down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. They'll run it. Freeman. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Devontae Freeman, his shiftiness doesn't pay off here in short yardage, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Hey, alert 33. Hey, echo. 5'9". I'm coming. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Check back. Hurry. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. King. Watch.
Throwing, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. That is incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Run. Mike, check, 59.
Mayfield to throw it. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Let's go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Show it. Get out.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
General West.
Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Hey, wait. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Dude. Come on now. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Get that quarterback.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs.
21. Gun. It's been a long day for you. 47's the Mike. 58. Check, 47. Hey, check. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Hey, watch out. 47's the Mike.
Now Ryan. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Saints.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up. And the clock will roll down to zeros. 4 weeks in, 4-0. I don't think anybody needs to alert the 72 Dolphins just yet, but great start to the season.
Great start. How about him taking a knee at the end, and there's no better feeling for a team than to do that, to close out a victory. But you're right, at 4-0, they're sending a message to the rest of the league. They're going to be tough to deal with.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Atlanta, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it'll be their first loss of the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.